Now we're going to simulate an asset disbursement from the sandbox. Using a post request to the asset disbursements API endpoint, we're going to use the include parameter to get the asset transfer and disbursement authorization objects. These are required in the sandbox to finalize an asset disbursement. In production, those are, again, things that happen automatically. So in this call, we're going to use the outgoing ATM method, the asset transfer method that we just created in the prior segment. We're going to use the account ID of the account we already created and funded. And we're going to disperse one BTC. We're dispersing one BTC because this outgoing asset transfer method was set up with an external Bitcoin address. So the asset transfer method controls what and where. The disbursement controls how much is dispersed. Again, you'll see the hot transfer as an option. False is the default setting. You have to have BTC in the warm wallet balance of your account for that to work. If you have BTC in the hot balance, you can set hot transfer to true. The major difference in production is that when you're doing a hot transfer in a disbursement, the process is fully automated, and within 5 minutes, your transaction will be queued up for the blockchain. Now, various blockchains take various amounts of time, but you still have to wait for a block to be submitted and for your transaction to be included in a block before that disbursement will go out. With the warm balance, there's a human intervention. So those are handled by our team twice a day on business days. So this is what the response looks like for a successful asset disbursement. Keep in mind, this is still going to be pending the owner verification, and also the transaction needs to be settled in the sandbox. The owner verification is handled via an email. The owner of the account will receive an email and have to click on the link to authorize a disbursement. That is the default behavior of the API. That can be changed if in production you care to handle that yourself. Talk to your account managers about changing that. Now, if we go to my email, you'll see that we got an email from the sandbox. This is to the owner of the account, which we dispersed the BTC from. It shows the destination where the BTC is going, and you can click on this confirm disbursement to approve that. This is very similar to the message you'll see in production. Now that disbursement has been authorized by the owner of the account. It's also possible to verify the owner email via the API directly. So instead of clicking on the email link, you can actually get the disbursement authorization ID and use the /v2 disbursement authorizations endpoint with this special sandbox only verify owner method. And this will verify that owner's email disbursement via API. This is good for sandbox testing. All right, so now we see the disbursement authorization, and we see status is authorized. Okay, this is still going to be pending when we go back to the sandbox. We'll refresh this page. When we click on view, we see the disbursement authorization is now authorized by Prime Trust. So it's pending on hold because this disbursement has not yet been settled. In production, the settling of this will be automatic once the disbursement is authorized. But again, In the sandbox, we need to settle the asset transfer. So we can send another asset transfer. This is now settled. You see -1 because the disbursement, it is a negative value. And when we go back to sandbox UI, we see this is settled for -1 BTC. And there's now 99 BTC settled in this account that previously had 100.